and to get out here and enjoy some of this fall day with you as well. Thank you guys for joining me. Just a quick one for you today. I did get a marketing memo from Chevrolet in regards to October 2023 Corvette ordering. Sorry we didn't share it sooner. More details actually to follow next week, but let's let you know what we have and what's going on. A lot of people from other dealers as well as my customers, hey, I haven't heard anything about Z06, what's going on? Let's update all of you. There's nothing going on, and that's unfortunate, especially after the media blitz that we've been watching and enjoying in regards to the Z06 and realizing that this car is more special and more kick-ass and more historic than many had realized, and you really want to have some of that. You're gonna have to chill, man. You're gonna have to really, truly relax. All ordering has stopped. They started ordering and then stopped right away. No ordering, no allocation release until further notice. We're expecting either probably in January though. I was gonna say late December, but probably early January when we hear that. So please everybody relax. I think it's fair to say 2023 is going to be an extremely limited car in regards to Z06, and 24 model year is going to be a battle. And I know because of the delay, it comes on good source that the E-Ray, or whatever the heck they're going to call that, that is most likely going to be delayed by a year because of the delays we're experiencing right now with Z06. But there's some great stuff on the horizon for the C8 Corvette. And a great car that we have available right now, not into the degree that we need or volumes that we need, is the Stingray. And I try to share my experiences to encourage you to hang in there, or if you have one, to get out there, drive it, and enjoy it. So yes, Z06 ordering has stopped in its entirety, okay? Actually, for this little short segment, I should have, I don't have my costume yet. Or I would have done my nerdy news guy. I gotta get that special hat with that brim and the goofy plaid, yeah, just to loosen up and have fun with you guys. Because some of you are just way too serious. Like I said earlier, you need to chill. But the Z06 conversation may settle just a little bit after we're done viewing all these reviews, but it'll fire back up again as soon as Chevrolet acknowledges that retail customer cars are built, and when the heck they're going to be delivered, it could be literally any day. I really thought that when the media blitz started last Monday, that would have been the same day that GM said, hey, by the way, these cars are built, and they're going to be shipped and museum delivery. There's been no mention of that. There's just literally, I've been able to search out just a handful of Z06s that are built for retail customers. We shared that with you guys in a recent coffee with Conti. I'm not going to tell you how many because I'm worn out with the guys that are keeping score. But anyways, we shared with you the 3 different VIN sequences as far as CTF cars, retail cars, and anniversary retail cars. Thought it was pretty interesting, and there's a lot of fun stuff to come. And then after the customers get their cars, it'll fire back up in conversation when guys like me, just average Joes, get a chance to go to NCM Motorsports Park, and we get the first ever customer experiences in the Z06 on the track. Now, certainly not what you saw. I would love to drive it like that. In fact, a lot of that was filmed at Pit Race, and I'm going back to Pit Race this Wednesday just to prove to myself and you guys that I can drive better than what I showed you. It's so different in that environment, and when you're in your car, it's very different. So, and yes, Ryan's going too, and we'll give you a side-by-side comparison of dad and the kid on the track and how we look. But it is going to be nothing like that Z06. You guys had to have watched some of those videos. Do you see how freaking fast and how smooth that car accelerates? Man, I'm looking forward to November 14th. Trust me, can't wait to share that again on the channel. So let's get back to current business. These are items that are going to be on constraint, and it's important to note if you have an order that's already been released, it's at 3,000 status or higher, these constraints do not affect your order. It's only orders that are being tagged and released in the October cycle only. It has nothing to do with next month, the month after, or anything again that's already been released. I don't have the quantities or the percentages to what degree these will be on constraint. We'll have that in detail next week. And if you wish, I'll do another, I don't know if it'll be worth doing it, but yeah, maybe we'll do an update on that just to let you know what's going on with production on Corvette. This is the time of the year that things are starting to move just a little bit slower because the cars that we're releasing in October will be built right up until the beginning of December, and then you're knocking on the door of holiday shutdown, that kind of thing. And parts issues is still an issue because the allocations that we got for October are they're the lowest we've had in 5 months, but doing the best we can with what we have. Items, again, get back on point here. Constraint are going to be continued as they've been all year. And again, it'll be a certain percentage and quantity. Magnetic ride control for the non-Z51 cars and Z51 cars, and each of those models will also be constrained into a certain quantity. Non-Z51s and Z51 suspensions. Z06s, as we talked about, that is zero availability until further notice. More on that here in just a second. I think this is going to be, I have to look back at my notes from last month, but I think this is a new constraint, and this is a bummer because this is a new wheel for 2023, that black gloss forged wheel. What a great looking wheel. Yeah, the one where the spokes come down and it looks like a Corvette emblem. That is on constraint, but again, I don't know if that is a total block or a certain percentage, so maybe in fact we will talk about that next week for you guys. Chrome wheel locks, all-weather liners, the Jake all-weather liners, that's been on again, off again all year long due to supply issues. High wing and carbon flash and some of the available colors, those are back on constraint. Again, details next week as far as if it's a total block. I bet that is. And then you get into sterling silver engine cover. That's going to be constraint in some regard. 70th anniversary package back on the constraint list. And is that limited availability or just not available again at all? And that goes hand in hand with this other constraint, red, the edge red engine cover for the 70th anniversary coupe. That looks like that's going to be a constraint item or limited only to that specific car as it was last month. Right, and this last page here is talking about Z06, and it's pretty much the same stuff that we've been talking about. The only question I have is, number one, they told us that Z06 allocation will be predicated on your prior 3LT Stingray sales for 20, 21, and 22 Stingrays. Okay, what does that mean? I have no idea to tell you guys what that means in regards to quantity, if you're going to get a car, when you're going to get a car. We really, truly just don't know. And I don't like, information is power. There's no doubt about it. And I pride myself on being well informed. But right now, when you don't know, you just got to say, hey man, I just don't know. We don't know how many we're going to get. That's why it's hard to tell you guys in those hypothetical questions that we get by the hundreds a week, where you're at and if and when and all that stuff. So here's the other question I have. Executing a metered launch for model year 2023 Z06. I'm just going to leave that right there. I like these loosey-goosey real vlogs. What just popped in my head when I did that, you guys have had to have seen trains, planes, and automobiles. Yes? Okay, please tell me you did. If you haven't, go watch it now, then come back and finish the vlog. Anyways, at the beginning of the scene, when Steve Martin's in that advertising meeting and the guy's at the end of that big long table and he's here. That's what I just felt like. I'm sorry. It's been a long week. I have so much fun being able to talk with you guys here on the phone, in person. Thank you so much for your support and your interest in America's sports car. I've got a lot of great customer experiences and send-off pats that we haven't shared yet that I will. Believe me, I need to share those because that's the enjoyment for me, is sharing your journeys and your experiences and your specs. But what we're going to share with you on Sunday's Coffee with Conti show tomorrow are the specs that the customers ordered with me versus what the national specs were for the 2022 model year. It's really neat to see how those compare, and there's big disparities in some features and colors and all that. So we'll break that down and just give you some of that nutty statistical information that we all seem to kind of enjoy. You know how you call the museum? Yeah, how many of my car were built? And it doesn't really matter to anybody but you. But that's cool, I totally get it. But it's still fun to talk about, isn't it? talk about your car and the other cars. It's just great to compare. That's what we're going to do on Sunday's Coffee with Conti. Please join us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, you thumbs up this video, make comments on this particular video, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so when we do new uploads, at least 3 a week, you come back and enjoy the conversation. Thanks for the engagement too. I love it when you're responding to what we're talking about, and then the viewers start responding to each other. Only when you play nice. You start getting nasty, I'm deleting the comments. That's right. So why do you do that? Because it's my channel, man. Have a good... Oh, brother. I could take that and just run with it right now. But I'm going to leave it right there because I'm going to see you tomorrow morning. I hope so anyways. Thank you.